the role of states, markets and society around seeds and as well as with other products of nature has changed dramatically over the last 50 years. Actually 50 years ago there was no market for seeds because seeds were difficult to appropriate. They were a product of nature, but then with the changes in the IPR and other changes, a market developed. So now we have a market for seeds with a high participation of private companies, and now so the states have moved from a situation where they were supporting the activities of farmers to now supporting the markets, actually supporting corporate business and strategies for seed development. So the changes have been dramatic over the last 50 years. The role of state, markets and society today in addressing these challenges is a complex matter. They hold conflicting views, so it's difficult to see one role for the whole state, and the same with markets and the same with the society. So, but in a way I could say that I see today states more supporting the role of markets and compensating for the problems that markets create on the environment, on social justice, on inequality. So that is the way I see it more in general. But as I said before, I think it's difficult to talk about the state as one thing because they have very mixed, they represent mixed interests. Well, I think the role of institutions like IDS and other international development institutions is very important to support and to help in the process of decentralization of the research activity, for example, and involving researchers from developing countries in a more proactive way into the research projects and the activities organized to help in the development process. And I think this, we can already see changes over the last 20, 30 years where now researchers from developing countries are involved more directly in projects. And I think IDS has changed accordingly and could move further in this direction. This is very important. I think it's also very important the role that these institutions can play in setting the international agenda and helping to fund projects and topics which are relevant for developing countries and working with a bottom-up approach that will be much more helpful than what has traditionally been the top-down agenda imposed to developing countries.